Watch me design my own custom quad roller skate with Skate Maker. It's an app that I created that you can use too. Just go to skate-maker.com. Check it out. What we have here is the default design that shows up when you first start using Skate Maker. And you can use your mouse or keyboard to zoom in, zoom out. You can drag the skate all around the canvas, and you can also rotate in any and every direction. For more information about all keyboard shortcuts, you can hit the info button in the upper right hand corner to get the info window on how to use. So let's close that and let's press edit design. So we are first editing the boot, and we can see the base here is set to Bauer XLP. We can also change it to CCM Tax 827, which is a different style boot base, and we can zoom in. We can see so much of the intimate details, such as the stitching. You can see decals, we can see the textures, and we can also see the anatomy of the roller skate and how the base sits atop the rest of the roller skate build. That's very important. And so if you want to know more information about the boot base or any part that gets customized, you can always hit an info button to the right to learn more about that particular customization. So let's set this back to Bauer XLP, and now let's change the foot focus. Right now it's set to right, but we can change it to left. Look at that. Now we can see the left boot, and we can also change the focus to both, and we can now see both the left and the right boot together. We can see the pair, so we can see them next to each other and as a set. So beautiful. Let's change that back to right and go to laces. I want to change the laces to a different color. Let's try this one right here. Oh, nice. Red, gold, and black. Let's move in a little bit. And we're seeing so much of the detail. So fascinating. I mean, it's phenomenal. What this app can do. So let's change this color here to blue. I'm liking blue here, and in the laces. So now we want to go to the heel. Let's zoom in a little bit, take a look at the heel. I'm going to change the color. Let's change it to silver. Let's go to white. Okay, I'm liking that. Now let's go to the plate. We can change the plate colors, and I really love yellow. Been a big fan of yellow for the longest, but I'm feeling different these days. Let's try a different color, such as red. Okay, yep. I'm feeling red. I want to go in that direction. So now this next customization is not for everyone, but the goal here is to raise the profile of roller skating so that more people can be able to enjoy the sport. It's a lot of fun, and so we know that not everybody has the same body type, the same design, and some people don't necessarily have the same symmetry between their right leg and their left leg. But we believe that there's still an opportunity for people with with those specific types of designs to be able to roller skate as well. And so we created something called a plate riser. So if you hit add extra height right here, there is a feature here called riser height, and the purpose of the riser is to provide a small piece of equipment that compensates for the distance between the left leg and the right leg. So whatever that distance is in millimeters, we can just add that in here. So let's say it's 2 millimeters or 2.5 millimeters. You can see now that there is a plate riser right here that corresponds to that information. So we can also change it to focus from right to left. See that? So now it's on the left side. There you go. Or the left boot, right boot, left boot. So you can change the thickness by adjusting the height millimeter configuration, and And yeah, again, this is the goal here is to be able to raise the profile of roller skating so that as many people as possible can enjoy the sport. So let me turn that off here and move the trucks. Now, trucks are extremely important, and here is a key rule of thumb. The wider the truck, the stabler the ride. And the narrower the truck, the more articulate your turns. And so we have trucks here that are 3 inches wide and also 2.5 inches wide. Let me press this right here. So that's 2.5 inches wide, which is a little bit narrower than 3.0. But both of these widths are excellent for riding outside when you're on a lot of uneven terrain. And so they're both also wider than the standard skate plate truck width of 1.75 inches. So we now have that set up, and let's go to wheels. And with wheels, we can change the colors here. And these colors are for outdoor wheels. Now, outdoor wheels are specifically designed to provide a bit of grip when you're skating on outdoor terrains, concrete, asphalt. There may be a lot of just bumps in the road, so to speak. And so it's very important that the wheels be able to provide the stability that you need while you're on those types of surfaces. And they are also they have a little bit of softness to them to be able to also provide some stability while you're on that uneven terrain. But what I want is indoor wheels. So let's go here. Now, indoor wheels are great for skating indoors because they are designed to slide. And so they're a little bit harder than the outdoor wheels, but that's really what you want in order to be able to provide the adequate resistance in order to slide appropriately on indoor surfaces such as hardwood. So we're going to change this color from black to white, and I'm really loving that design right there. So let's now move to the jam plug, and the jam plug color, let's change it to blue, and let's also change the style from diamond to round. Okay, that looks great. Now, a jam plug is a you can think of it as sort of kind of like a replacement for toe stops. Whereas a toe stop is that big brake that you typically see on the front of roller skates. Those toe stops are not necessary in order to stop with roller skating. When you get more familiar with skating, you're going to want to learn how to stop without those brakes by positioning your skates in certain directions in order to slow down. You'll get it. You'll get it if you don't know how to do it, and if you know, you know. And so the jam plug is a small piece of equipment that goes into that same area of the toe stop to cover up that area, and also provides you more dexterity when you're on your skates. So now you can lean forward more, you can bend forward more because you don't have that big brake that's preventing you from being able to access that type of rotation. So now that we have the jam plug in there, I think we're done with our design. I'm feeling it big time. So let's save this. So I want to position it in a position that I think that is pretty cool. And now I want to pin the design. Let me press this button here. Okay, it's pinned. Now let me open the design, and we see now the design board at which catalogs all the different designs that I save. And so for a design that I really like and I want to let people know about it, I can hit the share button and copy that link. And then now you can either you can paste that link in a text message or an email, and then now you can share it with a friend, and a friend can now see your design when they hit the link, and then they can also start modifying it and making the design their own, as you can see here. So now we got something completely different. We have something completely different here, which is so phenomenal. And now let's go to the design board again, and let's open up one of the previous designs that I put together. Let's open this design up here. As you can see, every pin design that you save can be easily restored and referenced. So here is this design, and yeah, so there's one more thing that I think you're going to love. Yeah, you can use a touch screen, a mouse, you can use a keyboard for this app, but I think what really sets Skate Maker apart is that you can also use an Xbox controller, and you can use a PS5 controller. All you need is Google Chrome. If you have Google Chrome on Windows, you can use an Xbox controller. If you have Google Chrome on the Mac, you can use an Xbox controller or a PS5 controller. But let's use this Xbox controller and see what it's hitting on. Oh, look at that. So I'm controlling the customization of the skate. I'm navigating it with the Xbox controller. I'm using the joysticks. I'm using the back buttons here to zoom in, to zoom out, RT, LT, you know, all of that. I can navigate with RS and RB and LB. You feel me? And let me go full screen here. And if you happen to discover the secret code, then you can access the game that we have here, the puzzle, that if you can solve it, you can learn how to mount a skate. So, really excited about skate-maker.com. Go there, have fun, have a ball, tell your friends, express yourself. Enjoy.